You are now listening to Serious Minds RN TV with your host, Professor Griff. The call-in number is 516-654-7688. That's 516-654-7688. This is Professor Griff, and this is Serious Minds RN TV. Serious Minds for Serious Minds. Seriously. The Serious Minds Brain Tonic was created to sharpen the mind by protecting cells and increasing neurotransmitters associated with learning and memory. This is the Serious Minds Brain Tonic. The Resurrection Formula. This male reproductive tonic elixir is the resurrection you've been looking for. It is a stimulating sexual tonic with mild androgen-like effects that is nourishing to the reproductive system. You can order them at www.professorgriff.me and www.seriousmindsinstitute.com. Just call 678-557-2919. Your health is your wealth. Peace.
Peace, family. Are you tired of being denied life necessities such as cars, housing, and credit cards due to lack of credit history? Then if so, give Brother New a call today. Brother New will help you legally boost your credit score by adding seasoned trade lines. Brother New also does credit consultations. Make the change today. Call 504-276-2033 or visit TradelinesWithGamba.com.
Do your children love learning? At the Institute for Self-Mastery, we've been homeschooling for 10 years. We didn't just hop on this because of what's going on now. Check us out, the Institute for Self-Mastery, ismhomeschool.org. Peace.
Greetings. This is Professor Griff, and once again, we're on Serious Minds RN TV. Thank you very much for joining me this evening. Sluggish, I don't know what to call Tuesday. I don't even know. Just kind of different kind of energy in the air. Yeah, I know I need to do something with my background because it's like all kind of stuff. I got a deck that I just kind of opened and not a very good one. So if anybody got an Oracle deck they want to trade me for this tarot or Aisha, let me know. I'm up for it. All right, I'm up for it. Serious, man. I'm gonna bring my guest on in a minute. Of course, y'all already know this is the spillover for Melanin Mondays Medicine with Dr. G. Hernandez and Aisha Rael, and I'm gonna have them up in 1 second, fam. That's one second. 1 second. In the meantime, between time, I've started working on my next album, which is going to be a workout album. Yup, I'm doing 24 tracks that you can work out to. So I actually started doing the workout along with the album. So got the first track in place, and here's my notes. So I'm putting it together right now. Let's see what happens. Trying to have this out before the end of the year. What's this? August? Nope, it's September. Yeah, I think I could pull it off. Race against time, but I think I can make it happen. All right, family. So stay tuned. Shout out to everyone on IG. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate that. It's been a critical time in which we live. Tomorrow night we're gonna look into our good brother Michael K. Williams' life, who passed away over the weekend, and along with there's about 3 or 4 other people that passed away over the last few days. So we just need to kind of look into this, and I don't know, let's just kind of look into what's going on in the world. Why are so many people checking out of here? All right, so we're gonna look into that brother's life and send him a decent homegoing. Yeah, let's just kind of dive into this thing. Let's see what's going on. So as you already know, I will be in Fayetteville, North Carolina. All right, Fayetteville, North Carolina. That's the soul full of myself, mind, body, and soul expo. All right, that's on the 12th. All right, that's on the 12th. Pardon me, the 19th. The 12th, I'm actually doing a gun cleaning class, which y'all should definitely jump on. Which is this Sunday coming. Doing a gun cleaning class, and of course on Saturday, I'm actually doing a physical firearms training class, carry, concealment, and home defense class. This Friday, I'm doing an online portion of that, which is the carry, concealment, home defense class this Friday, 7 o'clock online. If you want to take that class, please hit me up, 678-557-2919. I'm doing this thing called blended learning. We're doing half of it online and half of it in person. Since the thing with COVID is stepping up, and we need to be a lot more cautious. So we're seeing if we can still get the training in. All right. So stay tuned for that. And of course, y'all already know on October 9th, I'll be at the Midwest Beauty and Beard Hair and Health Expo, October 9th in Cincinnati, Ohio. All right. All right. In any event, fam, let me bring my guest on. So let's dive into this subject. We'll be talking about high blood pressure. We're going to be talking about eyesight. I think that's a very interesting thing. Your high blood pressure and eyesight. You would think 2 separate subjects, but they have something to do with one another. So I'm going to bring my guests on, let them explain it. All right. Shout out to the Serious Minds family here on YouTube. Shout out to Quan. Quan, what's good with you? You all right? Salute to the fam. What's going on, Quan? All right. Hope everyone is okay. All right, Quan, how's your family doing in Louisiana? All right, cool. All right, greetings, fam. How y'all doing?
Peace and love. Peace and love, bro.
Somebody's volume. I'm not sure if it's mine. I don't know. Hold on. Check 1. Mine is up. Your volume is up.
Yes.
Can you
hear us?
Barely hear y'all. Hold on. Let me turn mine down. Let me hear something.
Peace.
Peace, Griff.
All right, that's a lot better. All right, peace. How y'all feel?
Amazing.
Feeling with my hands, feeling the vibe.
Place. That's a Flavor Flav line right there. Yeah. I got an interesting text message, man. Your son sent me a threatening message. He says, "Yo, man, my chest hurting from that, man." I had him for 45 seconds doing some sit-ups, and he was like, "Yeah." I had him doing some sit-ups today. He was like, "Yo, Greg, what's up, son?"
Yeah, we gonna work.
You got me working every time I come over.
Hey, that was the next step up. You never did it with weights.
Right?
Yeah.
He'll feel it tomorrow morning. He'll feel it.
Oh, yeah, he gonna feel that.
Yeah. His little bird chest, he'll be like, "Oh, man." Anyway, for the people that don't know y'all, introduce who y'all are, what y'all do, give the disclaimer, and tell them what you're going to be talking about tonight. Give me some water.
All right, no problem. Well, peace and love, family. Welcome back. I am Aisha Rael, and I'm a herbal pharmacist and part owner of Smythe Pharmacy, Herb Shop and Apothecary in Atlanta, Georgia.
Peace, family. Dr. Hernandez here. I am a naturopathic doctor here in Atlanta, 20 years in the game. I also teach Qigong and a host of other modalities. So today we're here not to treat, not to cure, not to mitigate, not to diagnose. We are strictly here for educational purposes.
That's right. We're here to assist you and to improve your health and nutritional, nutritional health as well by herbs and whole foods. Right. So this is for you to grab what you can as far as information. Yeah, we're not here to treat, diagnose, or cure you. So,
but we are today here to talk about high blood pressure or hypertension, as is sometimes known. Also, vision, eye health, and the relationship to your liver health.
Thanks.
And we're just going to touch on a few things and maybe some things that can assist you.
That's right.
All right. So, interesting topic. So let's talk about high blood pressure first. The causes of high blood pressure.
There's a lot. There's several different causes in the diet, in the lifestyle, sedentary lifestyle. When you're eating a lot of high fat animal protein, animal flesh, these things contribute to high blood pressure. There's all types of, when you're dealing with the like solid fat, when you look at fat and when it at room temperature, if it solidifies, then that's probably something, for the most part. There's always exceptions to the rule, like coconut. But when we're talking about like a pig or some type of animal, and, you see that congealed fat, that's what's happening inside of your arteries. So you don't want that coagulating and getting, blocking the blood flow and blocking the fluids and letting everything flow how it's supposed to.
That's right.
That's what causes the heart. It puts more pressure on the heart, makes it work harder. But in addition to that, if someone, let's say, for instance, has a toxic liver, the liver itself can release, its job is to release certain chemicals into the body. And so therefore, when it becomes overworked and too toxic, it starts to release stuff that it's not supposed to. And that in turn can cause and can contribute to high blood pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so how would someone know they have high blood pressure? What are some of the signs? What are some of the indicators?
Right.
Well, high blood pressure, there's a few different signs.
Yeah, I would say, yeah.
If you're, let's say, for instance, you're sitting down, okay, and your heart, and you can feel your heart thumping through your chest, there's a high probability that you have high blood pressure. Like you were just talking about working out. So there's a such thing as a resting heart rate, and then a working heart rate. And so what happens is many people start to have a workout that would be considered like a working heart rate, like as if you were working out while you're sitting down. And that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So how would you know? If you're having trouble walking upstairs or flight of stairs and you're having trouble breathing, that's one way to find out really quick. And, we, our herb shop is on the 3rd floor in our building, so,
yeah, we are.
So anytime, we see people hitting that 3rd floor, we already know what's going on. And, but most of the people that come to the floor are coming for acupuncture, are coming for chiropractic work, are coming for psychotherapy and other modalities. So a lot of those people aren't in condition to be coming to the 3rd floor. But that's definitely a
not just breathing, but like you was about to say, not to cut you off or anything, but not just also the breathing, but being fatigued. I've known some people who had vision blurred. That's what we're talking about tonight. Definitely eyesight. So not just your breathing, but your vision is blurred, you're fatigued, you're tired. That's also another key. Nosebleeds. I remember friend of mine kept getting nosebleeds, and I'm like, why is that happening? But that was when we were not too much younger, but in a phase where it's like, you shouldn't be happening often like this. So, you know, it took over time for them to actually check on themselves, because most people won't even recognize the symptoms to say, let me go. Oh, I'm tired because I worked so hard, so I'm fatigued. Don't worry about it. But it's also, like you said, your lifestyle and how you the whole thing is to know thyself. How are you taking that time to know these symptoms anyway, instead of just day to day and just busting for that grind and not paying attention. So please pay attention to yourselves. Be gentle with yourself.
Also, too, anger. Like if people are expressing like anger just out of the blue, they're snapping, short-tempered. So not only is that a sign of high blood pressure, but again, it refers back to liver in traditional Chinese medicine, which houses anger, you know.
That's right.
We call it liver yang rising.
Is there any stats that speak to people not even knowing that they have high blood pressure? Are there any? Because most cases, when high blood pressure gets to the point where it's boiling over, what is that? Heart attack?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cardiac infarction. That's right. So that's it. It can lead to that. So you're right. And that's one of the things I was going to mention as well, is that a lot of times it goes unchecked because the symptoms may seem more common. So it's not like necessarily you have a pain in the back and your neck is swollen, and you know these few things that always come up when it happens, where it's easy to tell. Most people, like you said, are finding out after the fact when something is, I'm not going to say beyond repair, but when it's gone really far. Yeah. You know, like a heart attack, and that's something that we want to try to avoid, and definitely give people the information that even if they're not aware, there's a few things that they could be doing on a regular basis. They could, lessen those chances and increase their health.
All right. So what are some of the substitutes? What are some of the foods that people are eating that's causing this? And then give me some substitutes. We have to shift in solution think a lot of times when we have these kind of conversations. Right. So people say, look, I like macaroni, cheese, sweet potato, meatloaf, and whatever. What's my substitute?
Now your substitute, hey, if you like those things, all you doing is switching over to more so plant-based. Like you still like your potatoes, but you don't have to add that extra salt and cheese, whatever you like to add on it. You can get butter, you can do, vegan butter. You can substitute a lot of things. You just have to be in the mindset of saying, hey, what spices are in these? You want the flavor of chicken because how it just, how it tastes, what you're looking for. You can substitute that with like a jackfruit. You can do mushrooms. Just make sure you don't have any mushroom allergies. A lot of things, leafy greens, but you can saute them, like lightly saute. Nobody's saying you have to just, when you dive into greens, eat them raw, because most people are not acceptable to eating, greens raw. So them are some great substitutes. I know with sometimes the potatoes, you can do carrots and bananas, like a green banana. You can make a certain type of substance like a mashed potato. What else? Because I also learned from Dr. Gabriel as well, because coming in, he entered into my life. He was like, oh, no, you can substitute that. Instead of using this spice for this, do this for this. What was it like? Pumpkin seeds and groundy meat.
There's so much you can do, Griff. Yeah. I mean, you know well. So like the world of plants are so diverse. One of the things when I first transitioned over into a plant-based lifestyle when I was about 18 or 19, someone had pointed out to me that, there's only 8 or 9 things that you probably really shouldn't eat. Animal carcass being one, white salt, white sugar, white bleach flour, and a few other things, But the things that they said, well, once you get rid of those 8 or 9 things, there's 120,000 plus vegetables and fruits, vegetation that is all edible, that contains all of the nutrients that we need.
Right.
You know, for instance, you know, when we look at like eye health, right? You know, we talk about vitamin A being something that's very, you know, powerful for the eye health, right? However, you know, vitamin A is found in animal carcass, animal flesh, right? And that's how you find it in the textbooks. And when you research these things, and they'll tell you that. But what they don't discuss is that the precursor is beta carotene. So that's the raw material. So if you're getting the beta carotene, your body automatically converts the to vitamin A. So as my queen was expressing, you know, green leafy vegetables, all different colors of fruits and vegetables.
They can still do their sweet potatoes. You can make your yams, but make sure it's not like high sugar. You know, just don't pour all the white sugar in there. Like substitute it. You can still basically eat not just the same, but change it up. Yeah. Just change it up. Ask, you know, reach out to us if you need a solution or if you need some relief in learning how to make some different items. We definitely have a book, the 21-Day Raw Vegan Detox books, that's full of solutions. So if you're not knowing what to cook or to make, and you're looking for something, you want to spice up something else in your kitchen, you want to show your children or your mate that you have something different, this is a way to start. As far as, you know, just reading your basic recipes. If you still want to do mashed potatoes, greens, okra, black eyed peas, like you can still cook that way, but just change it up, y'all, on the spices, and make sure you're reading the organic for organic spices, not just a regular MSM looking for some dash, you know. Make your own, you know.
Right. So even if they are slow to change, because Black people, and I know I'm going out on a limb to say this, they'll change their damn religion before they change their diet. I'm going to say that again in English. They'll change their religion before they change their diet, for real.
I see that happening nowadays.
They'll put Jesus on pause.
Yeah, they like, wait a minute, let me go to this, let me switch, not knowing this religion or spirituality. You're moving into a different phase, so that sometimes require you to eat different. You want to move different. You want to feel better. That's why you're reaching out, ready to change your religion.
Hold on, but they leave that out because that's
they don't want to change.
That's the Old Testament.
So we're gonna eat the same and change our religion. Well, you know, we learned something today. Like, people like to stay in pain. Some people like just feeling helpless sometimes, and even if you have all the solutions, we realize they like that point of pain. They want people to reach for them. They, you know,
the gout is comfortable.
It's comfortable, but but deep down inside, the emotions, how the emotions are affecting their health, because they're subconsciously thinking, I really want to get out of the situation, but I'm stuck. You know what? I like it here. You know, until death become knocking at the door and they like, oh, I got to change my life. They said, I only have this much time. And it's like, whoa, hold up, wait, you know, you gotta be able to want to change. So yeah, some people like comfortability in hurt and pain. So we here to help you out of that pain and them emotions. Let's get you optimized.
Okay. So you mind if I answer Miss Terry Ellis Simpson? Do y'all see what Miss Terry Ellis Simpson said?
No, I don't.
All right, so Miss Terry Ellis Simpson, we don't want to frighten you, but this, you know, the quote unquote real doctors, they can't talk about these things. And even if they knew and practice and live according to what we're talking about, they will never tell you.
Yeah, I mean,
the standard American diet, they have to push these things. They got to push the jab. They got to push these other things. They're not going to push this whole idea of holistic health, this whole idea of a plant-based living, as opposed to a standard American diet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they cannot.
You were going to say something? Huh?
Yeah, they cannot. They cannot promote. I still can't see the question, but they can't promote such things. They they couldn't talk about such things if they wanted to. The only reason why people like Dr. Oz is able to is because he spent more time studying and researching holistic health based on the information that his wife gave him. You know, the average medical doctor only gets, you know, it's kind of like a police officer, right? Medical doctors get about 4 hours worth of nutrition, right? But they study in toxicology, they're studying symptomology, they're studying all this other stuff that does not deal with the whole person, right? Just like the police, they're trained for about 4 hours in conflict resolution, but then they get 80 hours of marksmanship. You get what I'm saying? So the doctors are getting 80 hours of drugs, toxicology. They're learning the symptomology so they can say, oh, you got these symptoms, well, you need these toxins, you need these poisons to try to counteract the symptoms within that. Not telling the people, man, I don't know how many people who are on this, listening, but every pharmaceutical drug that you ingest in your body is petrochemical. Just look at, Google it. Petrochemical. Do we understand what that is? That's a petrol, like petroleum.
Petroleum, yeah.
This stuff. I mean, we all know that that's not something that we put in our mouth. That's not something that we ingest. But when you go on TV, when you go on YouTube or any of these, any channels, basically see commercials for these pharmaceutical companies, pharmaceutical drugs. This stuff is poison.
All right. So yeah, so Terry Ellis Simpson, that's cool. We understand what you're saying, but that's what they call themselves. They went through that particular system and that process to earn that particular title. That's who they are. To us, it's just an identifier so we can have the conversation with our people. You understand what I'm saying? I think you need to kind of get a little bit more fine-tuned because that's just what it is. You understand what I'm saying? When we have an open discussion like this on these kind of platforms, we do have to understand we're really talking to the blind, deaf, and dumb. We're not talking to one another.
You know, so I mean,
offline.
It makes sense. So with that being said, Griff, I mean, we could just for a second, we'll just take it back 100 years real quick, you know, to when the medical schools were co-opted, right? And anything that was natural was taken out of allopathic medicine, including massage, including homeopathy, including herbology, and many other things. It was removed because those were the things that did not, they could not be patented. They could not be controlled. Anybody has access to the herbs and the plants. So their idea was to isolate. We're going to isolate and patent certain molecules, and this way we can control the medicine. And then at the same time, we're going to lobby, we're going to spend millions of dollars and lobby to make sure that we can stop people from having the access to these things. And if they try to use them, we're going to try to label them as quacks, as pseudo, etc. So, you know, that's just, you know, in a nutshell, that's the last 100 years, you know, and that was done. It was basically co-opted. So you can look at allopathic medicine pre-1900, and you'll see that they included all of these things. As a matter of fact, up until 1950s or 60s, there were several people like Dr. Raymond Rife, who was the head of all of the doctors in America, and basically was using frequency technology, you know, something that we use today. Oh, yeah. We use his technology right now. He was considered the greatest doctor of his time, but later they tried to like discredit him. So anytime somebody's bringing any kind of information that's going to be valuable for someone's health, there's always going to be detractors. There's always going to be people that say, well, you need the jab, you know, but when it comes down to it, have they looked at the ingredients? Have they really looked at it, and have they went and researched and seen if this thing is actually safe to put into your body? You know, and that's the other thing too, Griff, like you said, we're not speaking to one another right here, right? So we know that most people at the end of the day don't care. At the end of the day, the people that do care, you know, like my queen was explaining, most times it comes down to they're either in severe pain or facing some serious situations, you know, death or otherwise, and then it becomes serious enough for them to give us a call. Because
Right.
at that point, no one else can or is willing to help them, you know?
Right.
But yeah.
So, Quan, I hear you loud and clear. Thank you. Simply because Miss Terry Ellis Simpson, whoever you are, obviously you've bought into the American dream. Obviously you've bought into the hype. Our good brother, now ancestor, Dr. John Henry Clark, partially went through their educational system up into, I don't think he got a high school diploma, but he wrapped them around their finger. Yeah, we call him Doctor. Malcolm X, I had an 8th grade education. Malcolm X debated the best of them and wrapped him around his finger. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad had a 4th grade education and wrapped white America and any scholar around his finger. We don't need to go through their wicked institutions in order to be certified to be who we are. No, absolutely not. We don't need to get certified by them in order to save ourselves.
Hey, Griff, we got our own institutions. Real talk.
Exactly.
Hey, I went to the first acupuncture college in Georgia. Graduated. I was the first student there. Who started it, founded it? Dr. Mark Armstrong L. Everybody knows. Right. So we got our own schools. He commissioned me in 2012 to open my school, Holistic University. So we intact. Anybody that want to learn this science, we got it. We don't have to go.
So the role, what is the role of the doctor?
There we go.
So what is the, and then let's go look at the stats. And then let's go back and read Medical Apartheid and some of these other books and get some of these facts and lay them out on the screen, Miss Simpson. What's Homer Simpson's wife's name?
The numbers don't lie. You pull up them stats, it's not even a conversation.
The numbers,
yeah, let's see it. Is it breaking up?
So the white coats, yeah, I think we're breaking up, but yeah, we're coming through.
Okay, good.
You know, when you start talking like this, they're gonna break it up. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So she said Sabi claimed that he never read a book, and he implied that God gave him the knowledge. What is wrong with that?
Look, I mean, I hear that, but that is not true. I'm just gonna say that.
We already know that that's not true because that's her ignorance for even saying that. But we know that that's not true because we know the man's history.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, I mean, you know, people say a lot of things, Griff, and that's why, you know, it's important that even when we're dealing with holistic medicine, with natural health, herbs, that we're able to balance it out and have as much scientifically backed evidence as any bureaucratic allopath does as well. I always come ready to go. You know, so.
So we're not gonna entertain Marge Simpson. We're gonna let her go on about her business. Because like Quan said, yeah, this platform, we got low tolerance of BS.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? So and Bob and Deborah Mason, you got to ask white people that. You got to ask the white coach that. Why they use the title of doctor. That's on them. You understand what I'm saying? Now the reason why some of us use it and some of our elders have used it in order to speak to dumbass people like y'all. Because y'all not gonna respect anything else. Y'all don't respect black people. So we gotta come cloaked and clothed in white people's titles with white people's degrees in order for y'all to respect us. I'm gonna let y'all marinate on that. Absolutely true. Y'all wouldn't even gravitate towards religion if there wasn't a white face attached to it. Y'all wouldn't want it, because y'all don't want nothing black.
Ooh.
Anyway, moving right along. The whole idea of eyesight, is it related to the high blood pressure?
Yeah, basically what happens is when the blood pressure is high, well, let's put it like this. It can be looked at two different ways. So if you're having poor vision, and if you're noticing that your vision is getting worse over time, right? And it's not like a situation of astigmatism, right? Because astigmatism is dealing with the shape of the eye, as opposed to macular degeneration, right? So when we're dealing with that, we definitely want to look at so we want to deal with the liver and detoxifying the liver first if we want to clear up the vision. Okay, high blood pressure is, if we're noticing that, that's one way to know if we do have high blood pressure. So if we're noticing that the vision is getting blurry, we can now go and see if the blood pressure is high. And that's a simple check. You can just test. Anybody can do it at home. You can check for your diastolic blood pressure and your systolic pressure, and see if you're high, low, or if you're in a good place, for your height and weight, etc. So once you've determined that factor, or like I was saying at first, if you're having high blood pressure, or your vision is getting blurry, by detoxifying the liver, you can improve both. That's something that we actually did studies on early in my school days at a HEMKE. Everybody that came in with high blood pressure, we actually wrote them up for the bureaucrats. Okay,
Right.
we ran the same liver protocol on everybody, and within 10 minutes, everybody's pressure had dropped at least 15 points, literally by affecting certain liver points on the body. We hadn't even done a full liver cleanse or anything. This is just preliminary stuff, but in the clinic, real time. Also, there's certain times of day, so some of it can be let's say be inconvenient for some, but it depends on what you want. So liver time is 3 o'clock in the morning, but how bad do you want your vision? Do you want to improve it? So like, for instance, when I was in school, there was another acupuncturist that used to come to the clinic at 3 o'clock in the morning to get acupuncture. Her name, this was 20 years ago. It'll come back to me.
Damn, after 20 years it will?
Nah, it'll come back to
brain tonic.
But this doctor, she used to come by and get work done. But what happened is she had some very thick bifocals, and I watched over about 3 or 4 months as she would come in and constantly get this work from Dr. Mark until she had no glasses anymore.
Right.
And I was just like, okay,
I need to work on that.
This is serious. So there's times of day, you have to watch the energy. There's certain herbs, burdock, dandelion. These are things that detoxify the blood, cleanse the liver. Chicory root.
What about if people grew up wearing glasses? Like, since I was young, maybe 4 or 5 years old, I had glasses, but went a period of time of not wearing my glasses, and then, maybe a few years ago, getting some more glasses, and I was like, whoa, I'm thinking I can see the whole time. I'm good, I can see, but in reality, it was like, no, you're really not seeing from the side and the front, your vision. So how would somebody address that when they are a child, because I was young with big glasses, thick glasses, and I was like, oh,
yeah. So again,
can that
so there's
assist?
There's a lot of ways you can do it. So pinhole glasses are a great way. Chinese pinhole glasses are a way that, there's 100 holes in each eye, and you practice reading or looking at different things for different periods of time from different distances. Now, you can also address it from the point of dietary health. You can also cleanse the liver. But as I was just mentioning a minute ago, for someone with astigmatism, it's a little different because, again, we're dealing with the shape of the eye. So Not saying that those other things can't assist,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because you still may have some effects from the liver affecting the vision. And that can also come from your parents.
Oh.
Or we call that prenatal chi, right?
Prenatal chi, okay.
So, that being said, if it's dealing with the shape of the eye, the only thing you could do specifically is the pinhole glasses, because you're just going to work on the strength of the eye.
Okay.
So you can build the muscles in the eye to be able to focus in a little bit better. But astigmatism gives you that glare from the side, based on the shape of the eye. So it's a little bit different. Okay. So the glasses are going to be more important because they block off that glare for you.
But always we still want to cleanse the liver. Definitely. I found that out now just because it's like one of our bigger organs other than our skin. So major detoxing, major detoxifier. Okay, so I learned.
All right, so what do we take in order to strengthen the eyesight? What are some of the foods? What are some of the fruits? What's some of the vegetables? What's some of the, you already explained physically what we could do. As far as glasses and that kind of thing is concerned, but now, other than stop eating shrimp fried pork.
Yeah.
Now I gotta
try to stay away from all that fatty, high fat fried food, and just doing a daily cleanse or detoxing from like fresh greens, from your fresh fruits, try to go organic if possible. If not, do some fresh fruits, vegetables, like spinach, carrots.
Kale, spinach, Swiss chard, mustard greens, turnip greens, collards, green peas, summer squash, winter squash, cantaloupe, celery, bananas, carrots. I know there's a lot of different debate in the community on carrots. We can get into that if y'all want to. Yellow, orange, red peppers, sweet potatoes, as we already discussed, broccoli. Also spices, paprika, cayenne, chili powder, parsley, cilantro, marjoram, sage, coriander. So there's a whole host of foods that support vision and liver health.
What about, you already said citrus fruits, like different citrus, like grapefruit, lime, lemon, that helps.
All of that.
So these are some of the things people can start doing now.
That's right now.
Yep.
Those are what I listed. Those are probably the top 25 or 30 vitamin A or beta carotene containing foods. Also foods that contain xanthanin, which is another phytonutrient. So those also support eye health. Lutein as well in tomatoes. But of course, if you're dealing with like arthritic conditions, you might want to stay away from the tomatoes. But I'm just throwing it out there because the lutein is also, supports the eye health.
All right. So now the combination of the two, high blood pressure. The question is, and we're going to open up for questions in 1 second after this question. High blood pressure, will it lead to poor eyesight?
Yes, it can. Yeah, for sure.
So are you saying, I'm not trying to be funny, are you saying fat people always, the eyesight is going to go bad? Chubby people that's still eating meat, still eating that Kentucky Fried Chicken and Piccadilly's and shit-filet in some of these places, they still...
It's a possibility, yeah. And if they're not paying
attention, big people with glasses, then I see a lot of big people with no glasses.
Yeah, but they not even correlating none of that. Some people just say, "Oh, I just need to do one thing because I'm big because of this," instead of saying, "Oh, my emotions are this. Now my physical is this." So they're not even paying attention on a daily basis to their eyes. Like they can see unless it started to really get bad. That's why I said people will wait until the last and say, "Oh my God, my eyesight is just getting worse." Like I said, I've been all these years without glasses thinking I'm good, but in reality, it's like, oh no, you need to put on some glasses ASAP. So some people won't correlate that until it is the end. But just doing your basic daily, routine physical checkup, that's important. If you're not seeing your doctor or your health practitioner, or you going to see a acupuncturist, chiropractor. You have somebody in your life to guide you in a way where you know you're not doing the best at your health. Then seek out some assistance. So I wouldn't say, chubby people would, always need glasses, but it depends. That's the result. It will depends. But
so then, if high blood pressure,
so let me go ahead.
Go on. Yeah, go on.
High blood pressure is not the only contributing factor to poor eye health. Mm-hmm. So it's just one component that can cause poor health. And so what we wanted to show was the connection between the liver, since it's so important, like in the body. Those are, hypertension is something that, a high percentage of our community is dealing with, right? Eyesight is something that we really don't even talk about in our community. But when you look around, a large percentage of us wear glasses. There's many, many contributing factors. Also, kidney health is very key to eye health and eyesight. But that's, again, not the only thing. But yes, high blood pressure can cause a dimming of the light in the eye. You know what I mean? And also, we got to remember, the elders, they have a lot of wisdom. And sometimes, people are like, listen to grandma say something, they'd be like, oh, that's that country stuff. But, when they used to say, the eyes are the windows to the soul. When we look at when a baby's born and they're jaundice, as they call them a lot of times, and you see that yellow in the eye. Right. Now, this can also happen to an adult. And again, that's the liver and the gallbladder releasing that bile, and it's getting into the blood. Now it shows right up in the eye, because in traditional Chinese medicine, we say that the liver opens up to the eye. Mm-hmm. The liver is also considered like the governor of the body. So it controls over 500 metabolic functions. And so, it's dealing with everything from digestion, to even some things with sex, your sexual function. It's dealing with so many different functions in your body, and then knowing when to release everything. So, it's really like a conductor. So it's going to have a lot of different, far-reaching implications based on the health of that particular organ. Right. Yeah.
And what about your thyroid gland?
Oh, it can affect that too.
I mean, the thyroid, your whole, so now, we start getting into the endocrine system. Again, dealing with solutions. I like to deal with the secretagogues anytime we deal with any of them. Of course, the thyroid, requires, a few different things. And, that's why we go with the sea vegetables and the sea moss and things like that. But in general, the secretagogues, are those superfoods like your acai and your goji, your mangosteen, your noni. Those are the things that actually make the endocrine glands and that lay over top the chakras really reach their optimum level. Even the maca is really good dealing with those endocrine glands. So we carry all of that. So we're trying to make sure that the family has what they need. So when they're dealing with whether it's poor eyesight, whether they having lower back pain, whether they're having low energy, all of those things we can assist them with. We can we can address that.
Anger, emotions, we can assist you with that.
Again, and we talked about that, I think, a few weeks ago. We were talking about emotions. That's something that is under addressed in our community. And I heard you say something about the men the other day. I was watching the show during the afternoon, and that's something that's coming up all the time. Especially in my line of work, and like the men really need to work. Like real talk, half of the men in this country have ED, and I ain't talking about just over 50 or over 40 or over 60.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about half of the men.
Yeah.
Okay. So, there's a lot of different issues, that's going on in our community. So, again, you know, Griff, you bringing a platform to be able to deal with all of these different issues, because we watch the show when we're not on, and you touching on all of the major topics. You touching on the things that that our community need to know about.
The news, yeah, you like my news.
You were bringing up stuff the other day I hadn't thought about in 20 years, because you know, some of this stuff, you know, I don't occupy my mind with, but I used to spend hours and days and weeks researching and digging. Man, you were talking about heart the other day. Oh man, you know, brought some stuff back from the night. I was like, man, you know, you almost, because people back then were looking at you like you crazy. You bring this stuff, you know, and now it's like, oh, everybody know about it, and it's just common knowledge. But it's, you know, there was a time that was not common knowledge, you know. So
this going on outside of this conversation is just because it's non-GMO doesn't mean it's organic.
That's
true.
Just because it's non-GMO doesn't mean it's true.
I don't know what, you know, what the point, but that's true.
It says all I'm saying is non-genetically modified foods and organic foods are the same. No, they're not.
No.
Non-genetically modified foods and organic foods are the same. No, they're not the same.
That sentence don't even.
Or are they?
I'm trying to figure out.
Are they asking the question, or are they making a statement?
No. I started out by saying there's a conversation going on.
Oh, okay.
Inside of this conversation.
Just in general. Okay.
In the chat. So I was reading you what they were saying in the conversation.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, that's just not true.
Yeah.
Whoever admits wellness, I don't know if that wellness is your last name, but yeah, you need to get that fact correct. No, sorry, no. Lorenzo Truth basically was saying you can buy non-GMO. Hold on. You can buy non-GMO and it doesn't have to be organic. True. It doesn't have to be organic.
Yeah.
It's just non-GMO.
That's right.
So I think
it just means they sprayed it with leftover chemicals from World War II.
Exactly. The leftover stuff that they got sitting around somewhere. So, but it's good though that they're having that conversation, because these are the conversations that we need to have with our family members, and not be afraid to have the conversation. It's just that the people that come on with the insults, like Marge Simpson, that we had to get rid of, and a few other people, it's like, come on, stop that. I think with a little bit of study, I think people will grow to understand. We are talking about years and years and years and years, way before them other people came on the planet, of what works. Then having to shift our gears with what they did to the planet to now rediscover what has to work for us, because we're defending ourselves against their madness. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody asked me, some older, stiff, bougie Negro asked me, well, Professor, hey, where you're a doctor? Where did you get your degree? I said, let me ask you something, sir. If a plumber without a plumber's degree come to your house and your toilet is overflowing and shit is running all over your house, but the guy that comes to your house fixed your toilet, does he have to have a degree to fix your toilet? No, but by the time he leaves, if your toilet is fixed, the fucking plumber was here, right or wrong.
Yeah, right.
If your ass is in the dark and a dude comes over and gets your lights back on, was the electrician here? Damn right. Now, when you go to his degree and he don't have one, you be like, well, damn. Well, what do you mean? Well, damn. Your lights are on. Your damn toilet work, right or wrong.
Right.
You see, we sit around and we wait to get validated by an open enemy who has no interest at all to validate us, to educate us, so we can do for ourselves.
Right.
We go and enter their schools of quote unquote higher learning. Yeah, get what you can get. My ancestors taught me seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave.
That's
You
right.
understand what I'm saying? Some people have to work within the system in order to deal with the system. Some of us have to work outside of it. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah. And I think it's a beautiful thing when we take this kind of approach. Because the president people that we see on TV every single day, the Dr. Fuckies and the rest of these other, I keep getting that dude's name wrong. How do you pronounce it? Fauci? Okay, these people, I really like to check their degree because they fucking some shit up. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Between having this conversation with y'all and seeing what Brother Rich and Phil Valentine and other people are saying, Dr. Suzar, and the information that I get from Little Goddess, Johnny Taylor, some other people, hell nah. I wouldn't trust them people.
Yeah.
But they wear the white coats. So our people gravitate towards these people and trust these people. I wouldn't. Let the people know how they can get in contact with you guys. Let them know your website, phone number, and give them the information as we leave.
All right. Well, you can contact us at our website online at www.smypharmacy.com. That's SMAIFARMACY.com. Also, you can follow us on all of our social media platforms under Smy Pharmacy. On YouTube, we're on the Smy Pharmacy GTV. Also, if you're in the Atlanta area, you can call us at 770-670-7780, and you can set you up an appointment if you want to come by the herb shop and pick up some items that you may need. If not, make sure you click onto our website under services so we can assist you and alleviate and relieve some of them things that's going on with you by a holistic consultation. And you can find that under our service page if you need a holistic health consultation. If not, just make sure you hit us up on our website, call us, or come by Iwi Farm Oasis in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes. We are here for the people. So, anytime you have an issue, feel free to reach out to us, whatever your situation is. Just, if we don't answer, just leave a message. We will be back in contact with you.
If I didn't have a gut feeling that this David Muhammad dude was a goddamn troll, you a fucking idiot with the last name Muhammad. How you even get a name goddamn Muhammad talking about you need people with a license so that you can sue? I can't trust my health with salespeople. Well, what do you think this devil did when he came along?
Everybody
he sold you a bag of goods.
Yeah,
that's again, like you said, it's who we're talking to, right? Because when I was in school, right, my teacher is he has Hemke had a connection with Morehouse School of Medicine, right? So since we were the acupuncture college in town, our teacher would go to Morehouse School of Medicine to speak to them once a year. The dean from Morehouse School of Medicine would come to our school and speak. And I remember we grilled that lady so hard to where she gave up the ghost. And she was like, "Yeah, we have to meet certain quotas with these companies. So we trying to sell these drugs. We trying to sell as many
salespeople.
Because guess what? We get trips. We get golf memberships. We get all kind of stuff." So she said, "Yeah, we trying to sell everything we can." So
is your raggedy ass still on here? Did you hear what this man just said?
And look, for the record, there is, when it comes to naturopathic medicine in the state of Georgia, there is no license. I went to the second school for naturopathic medicine. There's just not a license. All there is certifications. So you can either be a naturopathic certified practitioner or you can be a doctor. But right now, my school is the only school offering that. So I don't know what he's looking for. Now, if you go out west, if you go to, I think to California, there's like 5 or 6 states that naturopaths have to be licensed. There's a medical board and everything. They have to answer to the AMA. I don't want that. I'm not going to ever do that. I already been to school. I already been certified. I was one of the first acupuncturists in Georgia. So my stuff is good. So you know, I
So
can't everybody else. You know,
tell me, sitting and watching TV for 30 minutes to watch Dr. Fucky, come on, he's a salesman. Who do you think? He's selling shit.
That's
He's
right.
selling you. He's selling you their product. He's a
Right.
salesman.
That's right.
He's selling his wife's product.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Our people are blind, deaf, and fucking dumb.
Hey,
Blind, deaf, and dumb.
you got reading is fundamental, bro.
You ain't lying. Anyway, inshallah, we'll see y'all next Monday. We'll knock this thing down.
Yes, sir.
I want to talk about these commercials that come on at night about if you've taken this drug, so and so and so and so, and they got these $1 billion lawsuits.
Yep.
Yes.
This jab is gonna be in a minute.
Oh, it's coming. Yeah.
So I'm saying to the the David Muhammad's and the rest of these flunkies on here, why do you think they have them commercials late at night? Because they know your ass done ate some pork, you done fell asleep, you don't even see the commercial. We're gonna talk about that next Monday.
Subconscious.
I gotta keep my temperament down because these people work my goddamn nerves. They act like common sense is really common. All you gotta do is stop and listen to these people and watch their body language. It's like, listen to the intonation of their voice, then look at the end results. It's like, wait a minute, bro.
Mm-hmm.
The results that you're yielding is death.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You're the salesman.
That's right.
And we see the product that they're selling. Like, wow. So now they're trying to figure out a way to get that jab into children from 11 and under.
Well, let us help you. Let us help you. We got that immunity builder box that'll assist you and your family. Get you something set up right so you can get your home apothecary straight, so you don't have to worry about trying to get the jab or certain ailments after the jab. We can assist you that way. So we have a great product, the immunity builder box, for every family. So everybody need one in their home.
And I think without talking about it, we kind of need to have a discussion, because somebody hit me up and said, Griff, is it true that there are things out there that even if I take the jab, I can take in order to be, it's like, bro, it's hard to have that conversation without diving into what that thing is doing to your DNA.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? And then they might shut the channel down, but I'm saying to you, come on, bro. Nah.
We can talk about some things around it, but also
let's see if we can do that next week, and then probably the week after.
Yeah.
I definitely want to talk about these damn drugs that they don't put on the market. These people don't fill their bodies with these damn drugs, and now all of a sudden there's $1 billion lawsuits. You may not even live to see the result of the damn lawsuits.
Hey, Griff, you ever seen the movie Fight Club?
Yeah.
So in that movie, they give you the game on that. There's a formula that all these big companies, whether it's pharmaceutical, whether it's car companies, they all use this formula. So there's a certain amount of people that have to die first. And if they don't reach that certain death threshold, then they'll just let it run. Because they know that if it reaches a certain threshold, then there's going to be a major lawsuit out of a certain amount. So they're just looking for a certain death threshold. And again, same thing you could say about the pharmaceutical drugs. Same exact thing. It's a threshold. You take so many of your whatever it is, we're gonna be at your funeral.
Exactly. I heard something real crazy, man. I'm like, those that are the unvaccinated should not travel for the holiday weekend. What the fuck? I'm like, hold on.
What?
Yeah, I'm confused. Anyway, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring it back down. All right, fam. Y'all take care, and we'll talk. I got the product. And as you see, I'm pulling this away from me because it's the Eye of Ra, and I need to take it for my eyes. Make sure, based on the conversation we had tonight, this is the one that they should get, right?
Yes. That's one of our top ones. The Eye of Ra, the Zindacrine detoxification that helps with the liver, gallbladder, and your pancreas. That's also assisting with cleansing out, but that's also rebuilding and repairing. We also have the resveratrol that is also good for heart health, eyesight, blood circulation, them 3 combos is like what you need. It's essential. And Asari greens as well. You definitely need your greens in your system, in your pack. So make sure you visit our website, smypharmacy.com. Get your Ayara, get your detoxification herbs, your liver cleanse. However we can assist you, make sure you hit us up, subscribe to our website so you can stay in touch with all of this greatness that's coming.
All right, and you guys got your disclaimer on your site, right?
That's right. It's under almost every product, and it's on our page. That's right. And that bottle that it is compostable. The top from the bottle, everything in it, you can put that in your compost, so it lessens the actually plastic feel from the vials that people use. So you can throw that in your compost, and it's a less breakdown time.
Right.
Oh,
all right, cool.
All right,
family. I appreciate y'all done brought out all of the haters. Y'all done brought out all of the government agents. Y'all done brought out, and that's good.
We got our armor on. We got your griff. We got our armor on. We secure and believe in what we doing.
All right, cool. We'll talk.
All right. Peace and love, family.
Peace. All right, family. This is Professor Griff. I got to get ready to get out of here. If you're over here on IG, y'all kind of missed it over here on YouTube. These Negroes is just something else. One of these people are sick as hell. The hell, for real. Y'all trusting people like that? I'm gonna look y'all dead in the face and ask y'all seriously. All right, no, with my New York accent, seriously, y'all trust these people like that? All right, fam. All right, Quan. Johnny Taylor, stay up, man. All right, Serious Minds family. This is Professor Griff. I got to get out of here, all right? All right. Peace. Serious minds attract serious minds. Seriously.
You are now listening to Serious Minds RNTV with your host, Professor Griff. The call-in number is 516-654-7688. That's 516-654-7688. This is Professor Griff, and this is Serious Minds RNTV. Serious Minds for Serious Minds. Seriously.